Hey there, this is Sho Horiguchi from the karate classroom in Yukon. In the first video, I noticed the strongest stance was like a shrimp in a crab trap. I thought this point was particularly important, so I'll dive deeper and explain it in this video. What I focused on was the wobble in the lower body's line of sight at the end. If the lower body isn't stable, your aim wobbles, leading to inaccurate techniques. I've been feeling lately that this is really crucial. As Oliver Sensei advises here, the power of observation is key. I realize now how vital observation is. I have struggled with poor eyesight since childhood. There are different aspects to observation: focus and concentration. Also, the ability to quickly scan multiple points using rapid eye movements. Let me explain peripheral vision. Draw a dot in the center of a paper and circle it. Stare at the center dot, and the circle will start to fade. In some cases, it might even disappear completely. This shows that when we focus on one point, we may miss what's around us. So it's important to train our peripheral vision. Lastly, there's observing while thinking. Multitasking is challenging for humans. It often happens that you think you're thinking and you're seeing, but you're not looking. The other one is close, but it's hard to keep watching. At the moment of some kind of thing, I made a circumference in myself. For example, the moment you think you've scored a point in Kumite, you're already relieved and don't look at it. You can see the other person's appearance, but you can't see the other person's turnaround. If you think you've taken a point, you're better off taking it. As I just said, people often don't see more than they think. I will briefly explain one of the experiments that I often do with children. I think there is a wall clock in the dojo, so 15 seconds or 30 seconds is fine for the kids. 30 seconds. Ask various questions about the design of the clock. What is the shape, size, color, etc. I tell you to check various things and remember as much as you can remember. Say, I'll measure the time and I'm done. Then everybody got out of their backs and asked what time and minute it was. Not all of them, but there are quite a few people who can't answer the question because when you look at the design, you don't look at the time on the clock. Conversely, draw a picture of the clock in your house that you look at every day. There are a lot of people who can't tell you the features, and if I had to say why, I would say that the only time I look at the design is probably the time I bought it. There are a lot of things that you don't see, so I'll briefly explain what kind of training you can do to improve your ability to see. The little one is already simple, and the first thing is a stick. Try for 30 seconds or a minute. Kids with poor focus might glance at the instructor occasionally. That's normal too. Once they master that, we move on to 2 points. At home, we use a metronome and move eyes left-right with the ticks. We do this horizontally and vertically. Some elementary kids struggle even at 120 or 150 BPM. With practice, they improve to 180, 200. Experts can exceed 300 BPM. That's for 1 and 2 points. For peripheral vision, 2 people throw and catch 2 balls simultaneously. Once mastered, try with 1 bounce. Increase difficulty by standing on 1 leg. This trains you to see both balls at once. You develop the ability to vaguely track both balls. Next, we'll practice thinking while observing. Remember the 1-legged 1 bounce exercise? The thrower now gives a simple math problem. The catcher solves it while catching. We gradually increase the workload this way. This builds the ability to think and act simultaneously. So there are various types of training. What are the benefits of improving your ability to see? Simply put, concentration improves. Kids who can't sit still learn to focus bit by bit. Handwriting can also improve. You write while following with your eyes. Keeping eyes fixed on one spot requires focus and practice, though some kids may do it naturally. Reading for 15 minutes covers many characters, similar to constant eye training. Natural reactions come from watching closely. Like practicing receiving and returning, in sparring, you often look without seeing. No reaction without seeing, so observing is key to skill development. It's crucial in sports too, like a baseball catcher aiming for strikes. Can't block unseen thrusts in martial arts. Another benefit is improved reflexes. For example, if we apply pressure and the opponent reacts, we're ready to counter. But if we twitch when they move, it reveals our intention to counterattack. If this happens, it loses its effectiveness. It's fine if you intentionally show it as a feint, but unintentionally revealing your plan isn't good. So when pressuring, we must decide if a reaction is necessary or if we should just absorb it. Those who can carefully observe until the end will reduce wasted movements and improve their feints. But those who react to everything probably can't execute feints well. It takes the ability to really see your opponent. So we've discussed the importance of observation. This explains how steady eye movement leads to precise technique. I hope you understand this concept now. So please work on developing your observational skills. In the next video, we'll discuss other aspects of JKFan beyond just techniques like the history of karate and such. Also, I'll share some insights from teaching kids recently. If I notice anything worth sharing, I'll make videos about it. Please subscribe to the channel and keep watching. Thanks.